Okay, so in this next hand we have aces, and we open, face a 3-bet. So, like I said, there's kind of like 3 different hands you have when you face a 3-bet from a fish. You have total garbage, you have that middle of the road stuff like ace, queen, and pocket nines, and then you have the super nutted stuff like kings plus, sometimes queen plus, that sort of stuff. As a default, I am going to be 4-betting against most players that are fish, simply because if he's a passive fish, it means his 3-bet range should be very strong, and thus he's more likely to continue because he 3-bet strong, fish don't have a fold button, he's probably going to continue with all of it, thus I'm just 4-betting totally for value. If he's an A fish and maybe he's 3-betting a little bit wider, it gives him a chance to go for that bluff 5-bet shove, and also he'll still sometimes make some calling mistakes, so I'm happy about all that as well. If he's super aggro, just you need to give him the rope to hang himself, there's nothing wrong with calling and letting him barrel off all 3 streets, but that's something that I would do more in position, simply because I don't risk the I check, he checks behind, and I lose a street of value type thing. When in doubt, 4-bet for value against fish, and just kind of go from there, and I'm totally okay with that. And for the record, say you get flatted and you have to figure out what kind of line you're going to take. Well, on a board like this, as a default, probably going to be c-betting. And just c-bet as much as you can get called. And particularly against fish, I usually like to bet as much as I can get called by like an ace-king or king-queen type hand. Simply because I doubt he's going to fold any pair. I think he'll shove some pairs as well. And I also just like to give him a lot of room to make mistakes. And given the SPR, roughly 1.5, I'm never going to be folding post-flop anyway. So it's not a concern. It's just how can I take the most profitable line. If the button were an A-fish, you could certainly consider checking here to induce the spaz shove from him. Really depends on who he is, what kind of mistakes you think he's going to make. When in doubt, I'd always bet myself. Again, I have a value hand against a fish. Default is to go for value and bet. If I had a weaker hand, obviously I'm going to change my opinion. But in this situation, when he shoves, obviously we're snapping and hoping to hold up and win a nice big pot against a big stupid fish.